Good morning, class. Welcome to today's lecture. And today our topic is parts of sentences in English language. Okay. So as you know that this is coronavirus pandemic. The coronavirus pandemic is going around in the entire globe. So I request all of you to be safe at home and support the government, the city, the country, the world in stopping the chain of the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, so let us start our lecture today and let me share screen first. Okay, class. So this is English language and our topic for today, that is chapter 2, that is subject and predicate. In the previous video of this class, we have studied about the sentences, we have studied about the types of sentences. In the sentences, we have studied that a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. So, what is a sentence? A sentence has to be a group of words, and that sentence, that group of words, has to make a proper sense. So, that will become a sentence. And we have also studied the types of sentences. What are the types of sentences? Assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. So today we'll be studying the parts of sentence. And what are the parts of sentence? The subject and the predicate. So let us start. Introduction. We all know that a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. Yes, we all know this, that a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. So a group of words that is making a complete sense. This means that if you are able to understand the group of words arranged in an order, if you are able to understand, if you are able to get a meaning of those group of words, then that will be a sentence. Okay. And so what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. Next point. Every sentence has a subject and a predicate. Whatever sentence you will see, every sentence will have a subject and it will have a predicate. Okay. Every sentence. Okay. So what are the parts of sentence? There are two parts of sentence. One is the subject and the second is the predicate. And every sentence will have a subject and a predicate. Remember, every sentence will have a subject and it will have a predicate. Every sentence has a subject to talk. Okay. Every sentence has a subject to talk. Like a sentence has a thing. A sentence has a part which for the thing that is being talked about. A sentence has a part which tells us what the sentence is about. Okay. A sentence has a part that tells us what the sentence is about. Okay. And every sentence has a predicate which says something about the subject. So therefore a sentence has two parts. Number one, a sentence has a subject that has something to talk, or a sentence has a part which tells us what the sentence is about. Okay, which tells us about the subject, that is called the subject of the sentence. Okay, and with the subject, the second part of the sentence will be a predicate, and every sentence will have a predicate which tells us something about the subject. The part of sentence that tells us something about the subject is called the predicate. Examples. Here is an example in front of you. Rohan is an intelligent boy. This is a sentence. See how it is a sentence. It is a group of words arranged in a proper order, and you are able to get a meaning from this, you are able to understand the meaning of the sentence, so it will be a sentence. If it is a sentence, it will have a subject and it will have a predicate, right? It will have a subject and it will have a predicate. So let us see which is the subject and which is the predicate. This sentence can be divided into two parts. Yes, one is the subject and second is the predicate. Rohan. Rohan is the subject here. Rohan. What is Rohan in this sentence? It is the subject. Why it is the subject? Because the entire sentence is talking about Rohan. Okay. The sentence is talking about Rohan. So, the sentence that is being talked, okay, the sentence which tells us what the sentence is about, okay, the part of the sentence that tells us what the entire sentence is about, that is called a subject. So here Rohan is the subject because the entire sentence is talking about Rohan. Next, is an intelligent boy. That is the predicate. Because what is being described about Rohan? That Rohan is an intelligent boy. Okay. So, is an intelligent boy will be the predicate. The sentence is talking about Rohan. So, Rohan will be the subject. And what is being talked about in the sentence? Or what is being talked about the subject? In this sentence, what is being talked about Rohan? That he is an intelligent boy. So, is an intelligent boy will be the predicate. Is an intelligent boy will be the predicate. See here. Rohan is the subject. That is why I have written it with red color. And is an intelligent boy is a predicate. That is why I have written with purple color. So Rohan is the subject and is a good boy is a predicate. Good boy or intelligent boy is the predicate. So a sentence has the subject also. A sentence has the predicate also. Therefore, every sentence has a subject and a predicate. Okay. Next. Now, what is the subject? The subject of the sentence is a word or group of words in discussion. Yes, what I have told you. What is subject of the sentence? A subject of the sentence is a part of sentence which, or it is a group of, or it is a word. The subject is a group of word or a group of words in discussion. Whatever the sentence is being discussed, the part of the sentence on which the entire sentence, on which the rest part of the sentence is discussed, that is called the subject of the sentence. The part of sentence on which the rest part of the sentence is talking about, that will be called as the subject. And it is a noun or pronoun with or without any words. So if I sum up in total, what is the subject of the sentence? The subject of the sentence is a part of sentence which tells us what the sentence is about, is called the subject. So the part of sentence that tells us what the sentence is about is called the subject of the sentence. Okay? Like, see the examples here. Number 1. Sandeep decided to attend the class. Sandeep decided to attend the class. So the entire sentence is talking about whom? The entire sentence is talking about Sandeep. Okay. So Sandeep will be the subject in the sentence. Sandeep is a part of sentence, and it is which part of sentence? It is the subject, because the entire sentence is talking about Sandeep. Second example. My parents and my brother have gone to the market. Here, you can see that more than, like here you have seen that more than one word. Okay, see the entire sentence is talking about my parents and my brother. Okay, the entire sentence is talking about two persons, parents and brother. So here the subject will be my parents and my brother. Okay. Here the subject is more than one word. What the subject is more than one word. My parents and my brother. So we have 5 words here as the subject. Why do we have 5 words here as the subject? Because the entire sentence is talking about my parents and my brother. Okay. So this will be the subject of the sentence. Okay. Next, predicate. What is the predicate? The predicate of the sentence is that part of sentence that tells us something about the subject. Very easy. The part of sentence that is telling about something, that tells something about the subject, is called the predicate. So what? Okay. So what will the part of sentence that will add something to the subject or that tells something about the subject will be called as the predicate of the sentence. The part of sentence that adds something to the subject, or in other words we can say that tells us something about the subject will be called as the predicate of the sentence. Example. Same example if I take, Sandeep decided to attend the class. Here you can say decided to attend the class is the predicate. Why? Because the entire sentence is talking about Sandeep. So Sandeep was the subject. And what is being talked about Sandeep? That Sandeep decided to attend the class. So decided to attend the class will be the predicate. Okay. Sandeep is the subject and decided to attend the class will be the predicate of the sentence. Next. Second example. My parents and my brother have gone to the market. My parents and my brother, what is being talked about? My parents and my brother is the subject, and what is being talked about? My parents and my brother, that they have gone to the market. So what the part of the sentence that adds something to the subject? This was the subject, my parents and my brother. This was the subject, and what is added to the subject? Have gone to the market. Or what is being told about subject? That my parents and my brother have gone to the market. So this will be the predicate of the sentence. Next, here you can see some examples, some more examples, like children play. Okay, children is the subject and play is the predicate. So here we have one word as the subject and one word as the predicate. In the second example, you can see the children play football. Here you are seeing that we have two words as the subject and two words as the predicate. In the third example, you can see the two children as the subject and are playing football as the predicate. So this sentence is having three subjects and three predicates. Therefore, a subject and a predicate can be made up of one word, two words, or more than two words. Understood? A subject can be made up of one word also. A subject can be made up of two words also. And a subject can be made up of more than two words also. Like here you have seen. Here the subject was of one word and the predicate was of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Okay. And in the second example, you can see that the predicate was of 5 words and the subject was of 5 words and the predicate was also of 5 words. Okay. So this is being said here, like children play. This is children is the subject, play is the predicate. It has one subject and one predicate. The children played football. The children play football. It is having two subjects and two predicates. The two children are playing football. This is having three subjects and three predicates. Okay. Next. 2 points you have to remember. Usually, a subject comes before a predicate, but sometimes a predicate can also come before a subject for emphasis. Like usually in normal sentences, you see that a subject, first subject comes, then predicate comes. But there are also some sentences in which a predicate can come first and subject can come after the predicate. Okay. Why does it happens like this? To make emphasis on the predicate, to make emphasis on a part of sentence. Okay, to make emphasis on a part of sentence, sometimes the predicate comes first and the subject comes after the predicate. Example, in that jungle lived a lion. Okay, see, in that jungle lived a lion. So you can see that this is the predicate, the sentence is talking about lion. Here lion is at the last, and in that jungle lived is the predicate, but this is the subject which is written first. Here emphasis is made on lion. That is why, okay, that is why the lion is written, sorry, in that jungle, the emphasis is made on in that jungle. That is why the predicate is written first and the subject is written after the predicate. You can see the predicate written in black and the subject written in red. Sorry, the predicate written in black, yes, and the subject written in red. Wait, here's a correction here. Let me make a correction here. This is the predicate, right? And this is the subject. Subject. Okay. Oh, okay. So, see, in that jungle lived a lion. In that jungle will be predicate, so it is written first, and the lion is the subject, is written afterwards. Next point. Again, in imperative sentences, the subject is not mentioned. In imperative sentences, like we have studied that there are two types of imperative sentence, one is command and one is request. So the sentences of command, you cannot see a clear demarcation between the subject and the predicate. Okay, like examples, come here, please go now. Here you don't see, here you don't see subject here. Okay, because you don't know that for whom the command has been given, for whom the sentence has been said. So this part of this type of sentences will not have the subject, it will only have predicate. Examples are come here, please go now, or shut the door, plug the flowers, don't plug the flowers. These are the sentences of command which doesn't have the subject. Okay, that's all for the chapter. This is only given in your book, and I hope you all have understood the chapter, the first chapter and the second chapter. The first chapter is sentences and types of sentences, the second chapter is the parts of sentences. If you have any doubt in the chapter, you can contact me on WhatsApp. And as I say in every video, that after watching this video, you have to attempt the multiple choice questions. Okay, that is the as an online test. That is an online test. The multiple choice questions will be given in the form of online test, which has to be attempted in the school app only. And after you attempt the multiple choice questions, you have to attempt the worksheet. You have to solve the worksheet in the rough copy and send the photo of the worksheet in the class WhatsApp group. Okay. So if you have any problem, again, I'm saying you can contact me in the class WhatsApp group. So stay safe, stay healthy, and don't go out during the lockdown. By that time, let's meet in this next lecture. Bye.